I was reading the word this morning, I realized why God actually holds back a lot of our blessings. It made me realize the importance of going through the trials and tribulations. Because I was reading a story about Amaziah. If you don't know who Amaziah was, he was a descendant of David who became king, and he reigned in Jerusalem. And the word tells us that Amaziah was a good king. He did what was pleasing in the Lord's sight. He made sure that the people who assassinated his father was executed, but then he killed their children because of the law of Moses. And one day when he went to battle, he hired 100,000 more elite troops so that he wouldn't lose. God sent him a prophet saying that was evil and he should return the troops. At first he questioned it because he spent money on those troops, but he feared God enough to respect the prophet. So he went on the war, he went on the battle, and he ended up winning because he trusted God. And when he won that battle, he ended up capturing the gods that he ended up just winning against and worshiping them. He fought against the Edomites and then started worshiping their gods. Now, when I read this, I was so confused. I was like, how could anybody do this? Especially after God just blessed you and helped you overcome that battle. And then God quickly reminded me that we do the exact same thing. As soon as God helps us overcome the battle with sin, as soon as God gets us through a trial or tribulation, or he blesses us, we start to get comfortable and familiar with him, and then we end up idolizing things, idolizing relationships, social media. And many of the times we get prideful and start to worship ourselves, thinking we don't need to rely on God anymore, and we stop reading the word, stop spending much alone time with him. And then we start worshiping the blessing instead of the blesser. And although we may not be bowing down to these idols, letting these idols control your life may be the same or even worse. So that's why God has to put us through trials and tribulations. He has to make us be patient for our blessings, because if our faith is not tested like gold, then our hearts may turn against him. So if you're going through a waiting season and you're waiting for a certain blessing, make sure you just be patient and be grateful that you're going through the trials and tribulations, because God is showing you his love by refining you through this process and allowing your faith to become like gold. So y'all stay blessed.